Hello, this is Mike Doherty of the Ask Rosie Show. Due to technical difficulties, our recording of the previous live is missing. So we're going to try this again. So for the Ask Rosie Show, episode 4, this is Mike Doherty. Here she comes. She's a dancer. She's a prancer. Let's welcome Rosie Doherty.
Yay!
Hi everyone.
How you doing, Rosie? How's your day going?
I'm doing good. So Kathleen answered. It wasn't the correct answer, but it was a good try. So I'll tell you what the answers we have left are. Answer number 1, feelings. Answer number 2, science. Answer number 3, math. And answer number
4.
And answer number 4, time.
Okay,
So those are all the answers. And please comment what the answer is. What does not apply to me and Joel's synesthesia?
All right, great job. So Rosie, you went to a play yesterday. What did you think about it?
It was phenomenal. I loved Wicked. It was so great. The Act 1 ending scene. I could see all my blues, and that was just a phenomenal way to end the Act 1. It was just so beautiful.
Awesome, Rosie. So who's our special guest today?
It is Christine Doherty, the doctor, we like to call her. The doctor. Dr. Christine Doherty will explain a lot when I ask her a lot of questions. So, without further ado, like Dad would say, let's bring on Dr. Christine Doherty. An inspiring and great sister. So, Christine, why did you pick the brain if you could pick the heart or any other part of the body?
First, I want to clarify again, I'm not a doctor yet. I finished 1 year, so I have 4 more years.
But you still are a doctor.
So, yeah, I'm a student doctor.
I like to say doctor.
Okay, Rosie likes to call me a doctor. So the question was why I chose to study the brain as opposed to other
Study
organs.
the heart, brains, and
Yeah.
the heart.
That's a really good question. So I think I'm most interested in the brain, obviously because of my experiences with you, Rosie, and your different neurological disorders, but also because I find the brain really fascinating. I feel like there's so much that we still don't know about how it works, and I think that's a really exciting and interesting thing to study, and it makes us who we are, so I don't know, I just think it's a really cool and interesting organ.
So what inspired you to become a doctor?
You did, Rosie. So yeah, in 6th grade, I decided that I wanted to become a doctor because I wanted to be able to help people like Rosie and find answers that weren't out there that I so desperately was looking for. So that's when I decided I wanted to become a doctor.
So in 4th grade, you decided to write a 50-cent-page book. Why did you decide to do that?
So in 4th grade, I felt really frustrated because a lot of people didn't know what autism was, which is kind of hard to imagine now because there's a lot more media attention and public awareness of autism, but at the time, it really wasn't as much as there currently is. And even my 4th grade teacher didn't know what autism was. I had to explain it to her. So because of that, I really wanted to help people to understand. So I decided to write this book about this girl, Chelsea, who befriends this boy, Jim, who has autism, and the book's just about their friendship, but I just really wanted to show that people with autism, they're people too, like you've talked about so many times in all your gigs, so just helping people to relate and understand people with autism was kind of the goal there.
So how are you going to cure epilepsy and help other individuals with autism, like people like me? How are you going to do that?
So the second time around, I still have not found the cure for epilepsy in the past 10 minutes.
But keep curing it.
But I think that's going to be a long process, but I am hopeful, and I would obviously like to be involved in working towards a cure. I really think that we're starting to realize that autism and epilepsy, they're not just caused by one thing. They're really a spectrum and can be caused or have different contributing factors in different people. So I think we're really trying to kind of move more towards personalized medicine. So trying to find out what's wrong with each specific person and kind of tailoring their treatment to that, through looking at genetics and various biomarkers. I really think that that's the way of the future. Obviously we have a long, long way to go, but I'm really hopeful and excited, and I hope I can be a part of it.
So what do you take away from being your doctor experience so far? As a student doctor, as you would say.
Oh, look at that.
What's your takeaway so far about it?
Yeah, so a great question. So I just finished my first year of medical school, so I'm in a 5-year program, so I have 4 years left. But I've had a great time so far. I feel like I've learned so much even in this short period of time, and I've gotten to work more with patients and learn more about some of the clinical aspects of medicine. I think I have a greater appreciation for kind of the difficulties and complexities of various neurological disorders, and also trying to figure out how we meld the work we're doing in research and how that translates into better care for patients and some of the challenges there, which I think has been really interesting and eye-opening.
Right, hey Rosie, what did you see today when you went to into Mass General?
So I saw my inspiring Shonda gun and keep inspiring people and keep helping other people with epilepsy. That is amazing. And so before I leave the show, I want to say, I just want to remind you again, so please comment the answer. Number one, for what does not apply to me and Joel's anesthesia. Number one, time. Number two, math. Number three, feelings. And number
What?
Rose?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Number 3, 4, science.
See,
Sorry
we have
sorry about that, guys.
You got to see Rosie Doherty, and she found the right words. And we want to thank Dr. Teal and all their team, all their new.
And you get 2 prizes if you get the right
You get 2
correct
prizes.
answers.
Yeah.
So,
2 of these answers are correct this time.
well, we
Yeah.
hope you like take 2 of the Ask Rosie show, and I promise this one will not be gone
Do
to
not tweet.
cyber heaven. I am removed from the editing process completely. I was just fired from that job today. I'm lucky if I
No
keep this
longer.
job as an editor going, as an announcer going forward. So for the Ask Rosie show, hopefully not for the last time, but one last thing, we'll be coming to you from a secret location next week on Wednesday with a secret guest. So from the Ask Rosie show, hopefully for the not for the last time, this is Mike Doherty.
Rosie Doherty.
Christine Doherty,
Good night.
signing off.
Bye.
Signing off, guys.
That was better than the last.